Well, happy Thursday, everyone. You probably noticed a little shaking out there, as yes, we had a 4.7 magnitude earthquake that took place here. This was about 40 kilometers south and west of the Evanston area here, up in the mountain ranges there. But the ripples really made their way all the way down through the northern Wasatch Front. We had reports anywhere from Cache Valley all the way down through the Wasatch Front, including the Salt Lake Valley, the Ogden Valley, and right on down into portions of Utah County here. And of course, that means that, of course, this is pretty widespread here. Now, thankfully, we didn't have many reports of damage or anything like that, which is pretty typical. This is a typical minor earthquake here, but there could be some damage that's felt. At times it would be very minor activity, but it is something we'll continue to keep our eyes out on. But again, a 4.7, but as you can see, pretty low on the scale, but still enough to be able to feel it a little bit in some places there, of course. But always interesting when the ground shakes just a little bit there as we have that earthquake move through. Outside this morning, we've got temperatures in the 20s across most of the state here with some teens mixed in as well. So frigid start out there for us. Watch out for some of that frost that could be developing as we progress throughout the rest of today. The northern Wasatch Front, upper 40s for temperatures with hazy skies. A few clouds on the increase in St. George, low 40s around the Park City area. Overall, a pretty mild day expected. The good news is the air quality right now in the good range, but as we go throughout the day, it will likely jump into the moderate category for us, both for your Thursday and Friday there before a front comes through, and that front could bring us some good air, finally clearing out all this gunk out of the atmosphere by the time we get towards your upcoming weekend. In fact, if you're heading up to Park City, it's a big weekend, of course, with the Sundance Film Festival underway. We'll have clouds on the increase for us on our Thursday. We'll see clouds thickening up tonight heading into Friday. There is a very slim chance of an isolated snowflake or two developing on Friday. Would not amount to much, not expecting any accumulation, but don't be surprised if you see a snowflake or two in the sky. Upper 30s for you on your Friday. Then as we get into the weekend, we're looking at temperatures that will be below freezing for highs. Struggling to get out of the 20s on Saturday, low 30s for us on Sunday. Look at these low temperatures, close to the single digits by the time we get towards your Sunday morning. All right, here's the big picture on the weather map here. We've got mostly clear skies across northern Utah, clouds streaming in across southern Utah, and then notice we've got clouds and moisture across southern California. That's our next storm system that's going to be moving our way, but it's going to take a southern track. So for us, that's not great news, especially if you're north of I-70. So we've got sunshine north, clouds south. We'll see more of those clouds building in from I-70 and point south throughout the day. Otherwise, hazy sunshine across northern Utah, but here comes that storm system spreading some moisture into the Beehive State. Finally, some valley rain and mountain snow chances returning to the state, but notice, again, along and south of I-70 for the most part, so our southern mountains could pick up some accumulating snow during the day on Friday with some valley rain showers there, and can't rule out a spotty snowflake up again across the northern mountains, but most of the activity will be confined along and south of I-70, which will bring in the chance of some accumulating snow to southeastern portions of the state by the time we get towards your Friday night into Saturday. But then the big storm takes place across the central and southern sections, a massive winter storm taking place there, while we remain on the dry side. So some accumulating snow. There is the potential of a couple of inches here for our southern mountains as we go throughout your Friday. So some unsettled weather during that time frame. Keep that in mind there again. And for the southern mountains, and could see some accumulating snow over southeastern Utah. We do have a winter weather advisory for portions of the LaSalle and Havasu Mountains there for the potential of 6 to 12 inches of snow, but that's primarily above about 7,500 feet. Otherwise, here, look at that massive winter storm there with winter alerts stretching from Texas and Louisiana all the way up towards New York City. But again, for us, we're just going to be looking at mainly quiet and dry conditions, bullseye of dry weather right over the Beehive State. All right, St. George, we've got clouds on the increase today, a few isolated showers Friday with some gusty wind potential on Saturday. Otherwise, fairly quiet heading into next week. The Wasatch Front, hazy sunshine for us today, just a slight chance of a sprinkle on your Friday afternoon, but colder conditions settling in with clearer air as we head towards the upcoming weekend. So overall, not too bad, but of course, a little action this morning with a little shaking up there for us across portions of northern Utah.